discipline, courage, leadership. Those are just few words that describes the life of an Indian Army officer. And today, we are honored to interview one of our distinguished guests, Lieutenant Colonel Manoj Kumar Sinha, who is visiting our school for Independence Day. I'm Julie.
And I'm Samskriti, ready to do this interview with our distinguished guests. So let's do this interview.
Sir, I have my dad in defense as well, so I know how it feels to be in a defense family.
Okay.
So we would like to start asking by how did having a father in army shape your own aspiration and resolve, particularly during difficult moments such as your injury?
Yeah, my father had always had an aspiration that coming from Bihar, he was born up in that kind of a background, dark old days of Bihar when everything was tough. So he always wanted me to be brave and courageous. So that was always there, and I always wanted to prove it to him that I'm as good as him. So that is one of the things that kept going when in difficult times. But more than that, what keeps you going is that once you go there in borders or whenever you are fighting the enemies of the country, so then you know that you're doing it for your country and you have no option but to win or die. So losing is not an option there. So that keeps you going. And more than that, the camaraderie of your men. At times, that's a very strong bond that you are surrounded by your men. So you fight for your country, you fight for the reputation of your family, and also you fight for the man standing next to you. So that is what it is.
So as you said that you come from Bihar.
Yes.
So sir, did you face any problems in your journey towards the army? And was there a problem for you from starting from Bihar, or the place ever you made like fail that?
No, being from Bihar was not a problem. Being for Bihar was a strength. So because in those days in Bihar, everybody was very tough, ruffians, and the life was hard. So that was a background which actually gave you a lot of strength. So that being from Bihar was not a problem. It was actually a strength and very helpful that you came from that.
So do you think that the place where you come from does also give you strength for
Yes.
whatever you become?
Yes.
So how did Bihar give you strength?
Bihar, the social background, the society is such that they do not accept, you cannot go back and face the society in case you fail. So that keeps you going. In the modern world today, when you live in cities, when you don't know who the next person in your flat is living, you can probably go, even if you like success also, nobody's bothered. Failure also, you're not ashamed. But if you come from that kind of a background, not only Bihar, any place where the society is well-knit, rural, you're always thinking, how will I go back to my village and face the people? No? You could not do this, so that keeps you going, yes.
So sir, you say that Bihar was also one of the motivation which
Yes.
kept you going.
Mm-hmm.
That's great, sir.
Yes.
So as we are talking from how you began, can we go back to your childhood days where is there a particular lesson or routine from your school life that continues to influence you even today?
Not school life was actually very normal. I won't say any great. I went through many schools because my father was in Air Force, so I kept changing schools. Yeah, one thing which was good about coming from that kind of a background is that every few years you change the school, and every time you change the school, you got to prove it all over again. So you may have been very good in the past, but you end up in a new school, you got to prove it again, all over again. And it also gave you an opportunity in case you've done some mistakes that you were ashamed of. So a new school gives you that new beginning. You can, don't tell them that this is what I did. So it gives you an opportunity also, and as well as every reputation has to build from the scratch. And that helps in life also. When you move from one place to another, so you are not able to rest on your past laurels. At the same time, the past mistakes of yours, you can easily overcome, forget about and start moving ahead. So that kind of transferable job and transferable schooling gave me that opportunity. It's very good, yeah.
You mentioned that you did not particularly gain so much from the school life, right? I mean,
yeah, school and college. School means, I'll not say, but bookish knowledge was there. Rest, I was very fortunate to have a few teachers who were good, and my friends and colleagues who were good. And I'm also fortunate to some of the students who are not so very good friends, especially when I went to college and all. So they were kind of a bit bullies and ruffians. So but it actually helped because the taste for battles and blood began right in the beginning.
It made you tough.
In the college only. So college में ही शुरू हो गया था थोड़ा बहुत, तो that helped you later, you know.
Sir, growing up, we all get this from our parents that look around who you're being around with, look at your friend circles. So, sir, what do you think on having a good friend circle? So, do you really think that having a good friend circle is important for us to grow or to learn good things around?
It's not just friend circle. You must firstly understand what are the values which are important. And then you must always keep getting attracted toward those values, wherever you find them. So, in your entire extended family, if you know that, okay, some mama, some taya or some uncle or aunt has got a very good value, you must get attached to them. Some friend, or in your father's friend circle, mother's friend circle, you find someone who's got very good values, you must get attached to them, like get familiar, to spend time with them, you know, so that those values rub onto you. Similarly, between friends also, there are people who have got good values. You must make friends with them so that it rubs onto you. By that, I do not mean to say that there will be people who will be wrong. You need to avoid them. No, I don't mean to that. When such people come, you should also go near them, confront them and sort them out. Don't avoid them. That's not the option, right? So, because that gives you at times a feeling that you are always running away, right? And peace has been misunderstood actually. Peace is not running away from conflict. Peace is destroying the very reason of conflict. Right? I'll give you an example. If you say that you love cleanliness, by loving cleanliness means that you are ready to handle dirt. So if there is something dirty in the house or school, you go ahead and deal with it, remove it. Only then cleanliness comes. Cleanliness doesn't mean that I love cleanliness. Here there is dirt, I will go away from here, go to some other place. So in life, get attracted towards good people, but bad comes, I am not telling that you run away from there. Take the right opportunity and deal with them and demolish the bad. That is what Bharatiya Sanskriti says. Adharma se ladna hai. Bhagna nahi hai chhod ke. Right?
Yes, sir.
That is what Bharatiya Sanskriti says.
That's so inspiring for the students out there, sir. Thank you so much. Sir, how did wearing the army uniform for the first time and your Kargil war experience shape who you are today?
It shaped, wearing uniform is being in army, it shaped almost everything that I am today. I am not one of those I'm actually very blessed. So whatever you hear of me speaking, thinking is all because of an experience that the army gave me. And otherwise I was very naive and ignorant child. You kids are far, 100 times wiser than me, than what I was at your age. And I grew up a very innocent kind of a child, thinking everything in the world is good, there's no problem, nice, and there's patriotism also. I'll be really honest, I didn't have too much of patriotism when I grew up. Because the reason is that because I was an ignorant and naive child, so I used to think that everything is fine in this country. So if everything is fine, so it's something like if you are very healthy, perfectly healthy, like you are young, you must be very healthy. So if at this age everybody keeps telling you, take care of health, you probably feel, theek to hai yaar, what are you telling? But then when you grow up at probably my age and some disease starts coming in, then you say, no, I got to take care of my body because now you're seeing a problem. So I did not see any problem in the country, so I was not that. But when he entered the army and the first posting was in the borders, and then I saw problems. There were people who were right in front of me who wanted to demolish this country. There were people right in front of me who thought they will break this country. There were people who did not believe in the values of this country. And they were very, very gung-ho and determined. And I realized there's a problem. And my belief that everybody can be brought about to live in peace. You can go on YouTube and check. There's a conversation of mine with a terrorist on my YouTube channel. You can go conversation of mine with a terrorist. So what I used to do is, because I told you I came from that background, so I thought, why are we fighting? I will talk to them and convince them to live in peace. Though my colleagues used to say, what are you trying, sir? They will, terrorist ko, if you are trying to say that they will live in peace, let us try, na. So I used to tell the terrorists on radio set, yeah, why are we fighting and all those things. Gradually, I began to understand that we are dealing with a different animal. They need to be dealt with, they need to be fought, they need to be killed. So then I became what I am. So, and in the army, then I was dealing with people, terrorists. So I understood what are the things which are harmful. And when you are dealing with men, and you deal with men and take them into the jaws of situation where death is flying all around, so then you understand how to deal with people also. So all these things, fortunately, I went through those phases. I've been so fortunate I got an opportunity to serve in the army. I was fortunate to get an opportunity to fight the enemy of this country, fortunate to get an opportunity to kill them, and fortunate to look into the eyes of a dying enemy. No, I'm not a sadistic man. I wasn't taking any joy by looking at a man dying. I was having the pleasure of looking into his eyes, because in the last dying moments, I could see that he regrets that he was thinking bad about Bharat. Thank you.
Sir, as you talked about patriotism, that you didn't knew much about it when you were younger. So, sir, what does patriotism mean to you in action, not just in word, now when you are here sitting with us?
You got to understand that, fortunately, you see, everybody, please children, understand one thing. We are very, very blessed to be born in this great land called Bharat. First understand this. You know, you must have done we all must have done some very good, great karmas in our past life that we are born in this great land called Bharat. We are the only surviving civilization, original civilization in the entire world. Everybody else has perished. They have destroyed every original civilization. We are the only ones. So the entire world is envious of us. They are coming down to destroy us. And we owe this patriotism not only for Bharat. We owe this patriotism for the entire world. Because the entire world has lost its way. They're all running behind material, selfishness, destructive values, dominate, subjugate. These are the basic core values of the entire West and the civilizations which came, the people who came to India as Bharat as invaders. Their basic value is to dominate, destroy, subjugate, loot. That is their basic character. We are the only ones who have that character, that even if you are strong, you do not use your power to, exploit the weak. We are the only ones. So on all other social values you see all around in this world, the society is breaking, the families are breaking, this turmoil all around. They do not know what the answer to it. Only Bharat knows it. Bharat knows it. Our spiritual land knows this. Our Sanskriti knows this. Though it has impacted us also, and we are also losing quite a bit. But then it is there with us. We need to dig deep, find it out, and apply it not only for ourselves, but the entire world. So that's very important, that patriotism to Bharat is not just about Bharat, it is about the entire world. We will have to show the way to the rest of the world. Someday they are going to get sick. Bhagte behind money, power, this, that, all this artificial life which the entire West and this this desert culture has come. Someday they will get sick. But then they do not know what to do. Then they will start looking towards us. But at least by that time we should have survived now. So we need to survive not just for Bharat, but for the entire world.
Thank you for such an inspirational answer, sir. The youth should definitely keep in mind.
Yes.
Now we are at that point, like about patriotism, right? You are such a great man. So what personal sacrifices did you have to make in your journey to serve such a great nation?
No sacrifice. This is not sacrifice. This is an opportunity to you. To fight, to do anything for this country is not a sacrifice. It's a great opportunity. It's a great opportunity that you get to fight for it. You get to give anything for this. It's not sacrifice. When you go to a temple and you offer something, it is not sacrifice. Right? It is not sacrifice that I am sacrificing my 500 rupees and giving it to God. You don't look at it like that. So whatever you do for this Bharat Mata is not sacrifice. You may give your blood, you may give your life. It is a great fortune that you're getting an opportunity to donate it for this country. Blood, sweat, life, everything. Very good.
Sir, I can feel the motivation coming from you, sir. So I would like to ask you, it's been so many years for you serving Indian Army. So what really kept you motivated till now, and what is still there which keeps you motivated till now?
You see, there's only one thing. Before I come to that, I would like to redefine a word, a term which has gone absolutely wrong because we're borrowing it from the West. There's a word called success, right?
Yes.
What does success mean? The success, what the world is teaching you today and everybody is that success is achievement. It's wrong. Achievement is not success. Whatever you may achieve, you are not successful. That definition of success which the world is giving is wrong. So, the correct definition of success is, it is not achievement, it is contribution. So, the more you contribute, you are successful. So, now coming back to your question. So, I was in the army, I did what I did, but then I kept contributing. I felt whatever I could do. When I got injured, then I became medically unfit. Then I thought, now how do I contribute? So then I started making documentaries for the army, war movie, war documentaries, war heroes, stories, light and sound shows, this. But then I felt that again from the same intention of contributing, that I can contribute more now outside. So I left army voluntarily. The primary motive is, where can I contribute? So behind every decision that I take, the motive is, where can I contribute? Like I am from Bihar. I am right now in Mumbai. Some ask me, are you going to settle down in Mumbai? I don't know. Tomorrow, some other place gives me an opportunity that you can contribute more here. I will move to that place. I will always be guided by that fact. Where can I contribute? How can I contribute? That is success. So let us change this definition of success. It is not achievement. It is contribution.
Sir, as you talked about your career after army of making documentary videos to inspire others out, sir, how has acting and voice coaching after your army retirement helped you share your story and inspire others?
You heard me today?
Yes, sir.
It is all result of that. Part of it. So I go, talk, speak, But what I did is that I was doing an acting course, so I got an opportunity to, I was picked up to be the brand ambassador of Gillette. I was there, the brand ambassador. The video of Gillette, which features me and based on my life, is still the highest viewed Gillette ad in the entire world ever. And then I did ICICI Bank, I did a lot of during Corona, I did a lot of ads like in inspiring people, motivating people, guiding people to wear those masks, take vaccination and all those things. So during Corona period also again from the motive of contribution. So when Corona came, lockdown happened, I was sitting at home and I thought, what am I doing about it? Am I going to watch it on screen, television screen, mobile screen, or can I do something? So I wrote a mail to Maharashtra government that I want to contribute. So during Corona, I was out working in a hospital. The motive same, contribution. You got to keep looking at ways as to how you will contribute. And please get it one more thing. We are talking of very big things at times, nation, patriotism and all those things. Every one of you, not all of you, all of us will become Subhash Chandra Bose. I want to be very frank. So, you see what you can. If you can rise up to that level that you can contribute to the nation, fantastic. If not, no problem. Contribute to the society. You could be larger society, smaller society. In the society that you live, do something there. If not that, come down. It's not down actually. Next phase is family. Contribute to your family. That's it. That is also equally important, equally admirable job than what you do for the nation. Such great families will only make great nations. It cannot happen. Nation will be great, families are breaking. ऐसा नहीं होगा. Unfortunately, it's breaking today. So we also have to, even if you contribute towards a family, fantastic, do that. But there is not like nation, society, family. Below family, there is nothing. I, me, myself is nothing. Please understand. Last is family. You have to live for the family. Today, it's your parents. Your parents will always be there. Tomorrow you will have another set of parents from the spouse side. For them, there will be a man, there will be a spouse that will come into your life. For him, if you are a boy, I would say for her. Then you will have children for them. That's it. There's nothing below that. I, me, myself word does not exist. Please understand this. That is the biggest mistake that my generation has done. My generation has taught this wrong to you. अपने लिए, अपना ड्रीम के लिए जीना है, अपना ड्रीम के लिए करना है. Think what you want. Do not compromise on what choices. Make your own choices. Make your own opinion, and never leave it. If you live that kind of a life, then how do you coexist? You have your own choice. You are wearing this blue thing. You are wearing that green. You like blue. You like green. You both come together, live in a family. Now you don't want to give your own choice. She doesn't want to give your own choice. How do you coexist? So please understand. It is only about contribution. Identify your level, whatever level it was. Now slightly think, what was your grandfather and grandmother doing? They only lived thinking of the family. So your grandmother was one of the most successful persons that you ever know. Please understand. She is no less than any freedom fighter. So respect her for that. Respect your grandfather for that. He was no less than any great man. At any level you do, at every level work has to be done. So do that and respect everyone. Don't think that there's someone big and someone small. There's another thing which we are going around telling wrong. My generation is doing that mistake. Don't take that. Don't think that, बोलते कि you have to become a big man. बड़ा आदमी बनना है. It is wrong. Because the moment you use the word bada means there's something chota. High means low. Light means dark. है ना? There's something opposite. So if you use the word bada means there's something chota. Who's chota? Who's small? So the people who are cleaning this school, do you think they're small? If they are small, then don't have them. Why have? But if you feel, no sir, we cannot, it's very important. The people who are cleaning the school and the toilet are very important. Then if they are important, then respect them. If you feel, no, it is not a respectable job, then let us have a school without people who are cleaning. So please understand this. Never differentiate between this. Whatever job someone is doing, always respect. Every job is important. That is what I'm telling you is not some evolved knowledge. It is cosmic science. It is how nature works. So if you go into a forest, there will be a long tree, there will be a small shrub of grass. Is that long tree looking up, tu chota hai, you are small. And is the small shrub of grass feeling small? I am chota. No, it is not like that. In the tree, there is a debate happening between the flower and the fruit. You are not important, I am important. Hey leaf, what are you? Hey trunk, come on. Hey root, you are always in the mud man, always dirty man, always insects around you. Are they having this debate? No. Every part of that forest, cosmic, is they know that every molecule, every atom is important. It has got a role. That is the cosmic knowledge, nature's knowledge. Please understand. So, when we build a society, when a family, there will be various roles. Every role in the family, every role in the society is important. And respect that. Right? That's very important. Because my generation is telling you these things wrong. Don't buy this. Don't buy differentiation. My generation people will tell you, no, this God is bigger, this God is bad. My God is the only God, the other God is no God. You need to convince the other person to accept my God. My language better, that language not better. North Indian better, South Indian better, East Indian better, that Indian better. This, that. They will keep telling you. You have to tell them stop. That dirt has come till here. Henceforth, we will not let it come into our life. Understand this? This is very, very important. Yeah.
So that's truly inspiring for all the youths out there. And I'm sure all of us are going to keep this into our mind. Thank you so much for such a great message. Sir, can you take us back to the day when you received Sena Medal and how did you felt when you got that? Did you had a sense of even more responsibility?
Yeah. It was. In a sense of, it was a matter of pride. But let me tell you one thing. That's how the world is, When world, the history, the story, when we talk of things in this human world, man creates, it can never do justice. I'll tell you why. It will always be so. We always like to create heroes out of every story. I was no one. Because there has to be one. I was the leader of my company. I was the company commander, so they took my name. But I could have done nothing without my men. As I told you, nobody is small. So my Jawans were the real people who actually deserved even more than me. But then the way human man-made system is, they will honor the leader, right? But it was all greatness to the men and who were around me. And those men also must have been, they were sons of some mothers, some fathers. I'm grateful to even them. Those men also must have undergone training. There must have somebody else who must have trained before they came to me. I'm grateful to them. I'm grateful to each and every one of those people who made those men, gave birth to them, shaped them, and then they came to me. And then I did a bit of it. The rest was all glory and pain. So, yeah, but the biggest, more than the Sena Medal, biggest was when you kill an terrorist. That moment then is actually a far bigger moment of pride than any award that you can get outside.
Sir, as you talked about your team, so sir, how do you make correct decision when every second is counting, and how do you manage to take the team together with the work?
You got to take care of them, you got to love them unconditionally. There has to be no duplicity into that. Because in difficult times, duplicity the mask will come off. So you genuinely have to take care of them. And when you do that, then they will fight for you. They will die for you. If you are ready to die for them, they are ready to die for you. So we are all like that. We all always take care of each other. We're ready to die for each other. So then they will also die for you. So it's no rocket science. You just have to be an honest, sincere person. Nothing, no rocket science. Right? You can go back again and ask probably into the lives of your grandfather and grandmother. How did they even respect everyone? Did they have any leadership course? No. They did, somebody gave them this lecture. No. But they just genuinely loved everyone and everybody respected them. It's very simple. It's very simple. One more thing, to be an inspirable person, to be an inspiring person, one basic quality, you yourself should be inspirable. So that means when you are sitting quietly, watching towards the sea is beautiful. If it doesn't inspire you, there's something wrong, probably something dead. Looking toward the sky, the birds and the clouds, and if it doesn't inspire you, then probably there's something dead here. You're going on a road, there's a traffic light, red light, you stopped, and in the vehicle next one, maybe a scooter or a car, you find a young mother with a child in her arms, and the child looks at you and smiles. If that doesn't inspire you, then there's something dead. The small little things should inspire you, only then you can inspire others.
Sir, you give such motivational speaks. I've gone through many of your speeches and the poets. It's very beautiful. So, did your poetry begin before or after your injury? And how have you used it to help yourself and motivate students?
It all actually became after the injury. Because injury mein what happened in injury is that I saw death. I'm so fortunate I seen death. And the best thing that have happened to me in my life is that I saw death and experienced it. What death does is it clarifies a lot of values. A lot of your illusions are shattered. Any truth, anything that you pick it up and put it against any truth, illusions will get shattered. Right? So, death is a truth. It is a truth. Right? We are not sure whether we will be seeing the sunset today. Are we sure? No. Anything can happen, nah? But one thing is sure, we'll all die. Of all the truth that you know in this world, there's only one thing you can 100% guarantee is death. So death is the truth. So you must have seen when you must have gone into a nursery school or someplace, and on the wall there's a quote written, truth is love. Have you heard that quote?
Yes.
Truth is love. If death is the truth and truth is love, should we not start loving death? Right? So I saw death, and in death, so after that when I came out of death, so what happened is that now I'm looking anything, so I'm putting it, I'm testing whatever beliefs is there against a truth called death. So it's coming clearly to me what is right and what is wrong. So that's why I'm able to give those definitions. Like I told you, success. When I saw the word success, ये तो गलत है यार. Because in the moment of death, if you think, what will give you happiness? Satisfaction. When you are dying, what will give you satisfaction is not achievement but contribution. The more you've contributed in your life, at the time of death you will be satisfied. So I took out the definition that we are giving is wrong. Success is not achievement, no, it should be contribution. So similarly, so I wanted to tell a few things. Now once I wanted to express myself, there were always things which I felt is very difficult to, at least for me, with my limited vocabulary and language, I found it difficult to express. So all such things I found, I rooted it through poetry. So poetry made it become easier to express. So what would have taken maybe 1 hour, and maybe even after 1 hour I would have not been able to express, 5 minutes of poetry would express. So that is how poetry came to between.
So you said yourself that before and after your injury, your life changed. You got to know a lot of things. So beyond the uniform, how would you like your life story to be remembered?
I don't want anybody to remember it. I don't care how the world thinks about me. I only care how do I think about myself in my dying moments. Because at that time, I will not be able to fool myself. Today you can fool. The world can fool you. You got power, you got money, everybody, sir, great sir, great sir. You will be, I must be really great, You must be the most stupid person or whatever it is. But because you got power, you are in a powerful position. Everybody will say salute, done all that, run all around you. You have bought people with money. So I must be very good. That's why people are running. Right? But in the moment of that, there will be no illusion. It will be absolutely clear, naked. So I'm only worried that in my last moments, I should feel satisfied. I don't care how the world thinks about me. And the world will not think about me. The world will move on. It will always move on. That is no purpose. That's no reason, that's no motivation that you want the world to remember you. It should not. Whether they remember, don't remember, it doesn't matter. There must have been, even in history, there must have been so many people who we forgot. Somebody did not write his history. Not everybody was there to witness a great act. Right? Every time somebody was doing great act, not everywhere there was some great writer, some poet to write it, tell it to the world. But his act is as great as that. He is not even known. The act is as great as anybody. So even in a war, you are fighting a war. So somebody has to see it, write it, send a recommendation for a reward. Only then you get this Sena medal, Shaurya Chakra and all, na? But there must have been a soldier who nobody saw. His story has not been written. Nobody gave him award. We only saw after later on that he's died. You went there and you saw, he's died, you were bringing it up. We don't know that before dying he must have killed 100 enemies. We don't know. We only know he charged inside, he went to that side into enemy camp, and we don't know how he fought. And later on, we only found his dead body. We thought, okay, he must have gone, somebody must have killed. He may have killed 100 before he died. And that story will never come. So I don't care what the world thinks about you is not important. You do your job, and one thing is there. When you go on top, that he knows. He knows who's done what. So only worry about that. There is no misjudgment. He's got the capability to understand you've done right, you've done wrong. Maybe you've done all kind of wrong things. You've done stealing, you've done corruption. Probably you have exploited, a man can exploit a woman, but she's scared. Maybe he's misused her, but nobody came to know. He's never caught in his corruption. So the world doesn't punish him. The world doesn't know. But ऊपर जाएगा तो I know everything. When you go on top, he will, and I know everything. So don't be bothered about that, what he thinks. Rest, world remembers the way. It's all about the way historians, storytellers, movie makers write. किसी का पिक्चर बन जाएगा तो लोग जानते हैं, किसी का नहीं बनेगा तो नहीं जानते हैं लोग. So it's all humans who create, perceptions about it. And I'm not telling all of it is wrong, but then humans can never be perfect. There'll always be flaws. It'll never be absolute justice. ऊपर होगा justice. I'm only worried about that.
Sir, as you talked about self-consciousness, like how you're more concerned about yourself than what the world thinks. Sir, we know most of the youth today, they face
before
this
you move
problem.
ahead,
Yes, sir.
it doesn't mean I will hurt anyone. Right? Because you need to keep doing right things. Only thing. ऐसा नहीं है कि I'm only bothered about that. But if I do wrong to people, then also he will check ना. कि there was a very simple man or human being and you hurt him. So उतर जाके हिसाब पता चल जाएगा ना. So that is why. So I'm not bothered about the world. I'm bothered because it'll matter there. ठीक है ना? हाँ, that is what it is. At the same time, there is a wrong person, powerful person, doing something wrong, but because I will feel if I raise my voice, he is very powerful. He must destroy me. No problem. He knows I did the right thing. So I'm again not bothered about wrong people. What he will think, I'm not bothered. Right people, what they will think, that also I'm not bothered. It is my duty to do right with the right guy, wrong with the wrong guy. What they think, no problem. Come, go ahead.
Sir, I was saying that as we all know that today's youth, they mostly suffer with having self-belief or they doubt themselves. So, sir, would you like to share a few points to today's youth on how they can be self-motivated and instead of being worried about what the world thinks of them? So I guess it will be really inspiring for the youth if it's coming from such a great leader like you.
Don't use the word motivation. It is simply about being righteous. You are motivated, not motivated. You just keep doing the right thing. Even in a state of depression, even in a state of weakness, you need to just simply keep doing the right thing. That's all. What the world thinks, you don't have to worry. That's what, again, if you always keep thinking, how will I answer on top, then you will always keep doing the right thing. Because if you're looking for motivation, suppose you are doing good to someone and the same person is not saying thank you. There is a sick person. You are doing good to him. You are giving an injection. You are a doctor. He is scared of injection. He is abusing you. Kya kar raha hai? But you know that I am doing my job. I am curing. वो गाली दे रहा कोई बात नहीं. ठीक है ना? But don't think, because that may feel bad when that person is abusing you. You may feel demotivated. No problem. You just keep doing the right thing. Being righteous is important. इसको भारत में धर्म कहते थे. धर्म is not your choice of version of God and the way you pray. No. Dharma is simply being righteous. It's a nature's law, cosmic law, which our ancestors, rishis understood. And then after having understood that, then they came down and explained people. Based on this law, this is how you need to live your life. So this is dharma of a king, dharma of a praja, putra ka dharma, pita ka dharma, putri ka dharma, bahu ka dharma, दामाद का धर्म, समाज में जो है न्यायाधीश का धर्म, पुलिस का धर्म, सैनिक का धर्म. So that is what is the nature's law. So if you take a water, if you take say ice, तो बर्फ का धर्म is शीतल रहना और जो संपर्क में आए शीतल करना, वो धर्म है उसका. अग्नि का धर्म है खुद जलना और जो संपर्क में आए उसको जलाने का प्रयास करना, वो धर्म है उसका. तो मनुष्य का अपना धर्म बेस्ड ऑन द कॉस्मिक लॉ. बेस्ड ऑन द कॉस्मिक लॉ वो बर्फ ऐसा काम करता है. बेस्ड ऑन द कॉस्मिक लॉ वो आग अपना काम करती है. बेस्ड ऑन द कॉस्मिक लॉ हमारा भी धर्म है. बस कीप करना.
So, what is your definition of right thing? Doing right?
It will be different in different circumstances, and it is very, very. This is the most biggest dilemma. It is not a one-word answer, but everybody will have to find. There are two ways. Either you go ahead and find. You see, I'll tell you, it's not about defining in words. It is an inherent understanding. It's like, someone who's very, very experienced. After so many times, he will hold your hand like this and understand your disease. Now, there is no definition. He's developed that expertise as to what is right for the body, what is not right for the body. He may tell you something to eat, he may tell you to something he tells you, something else. Right? There is not one definition. Okay? So, similarly, what is right will come after growing, but till the time you grow, what you do is you find someone who is right. So that's why in olden times, there were always some rishis. In our history, we are always guided by rishis. Even the king would go to him. Because then the king is in a dilemma, he will go, Rishivar, मेरे को समझ में नहीं आ रहा, how do I deal? मैं धर्म संकट में हूँ. धर्म संकट. धर्म संकट means I do not know what is right. And at times it is all very, very delicate. That is the biggest challenge that a man or a woman has in the world, to understand what is right. And at times it's going to be very, very tricky. Like Pitama Bhishma. He thought that he's taken a vow to be celibate. He thought that I have taken a vow, I will never be a king and I will not do anything wrong. He thought, I am living a great life. And I have taken an oath to be loyal to the king and I am living that. Right? He thought he is doing right. When he was dying, when he was, Arjun pierced so many arrows, so he was lying down on the bed of arrows, pierced. Then every evening Krishna used to go to him. Because he had that boon that he can die whenever he wants. So he was not dying for so many days, he was just lying. He told them, Bhishma had this doubt. Like you have your resume hota na hum log.
Yes, sir.
So Bhishma, what he did is he know that he's Krishna, he knows everything, but still reminded. You look at my resume. I celebrate life, so much of sacrifice, lived my words, not harmed anyone. Why am I suffering this? I am not understanding. I have not done anything wrong in my life. Then Krishna told him, that day in that hall, Darbar hall, Raj Sabha mein, Draupadi was being disrobed. You kept quiet. That's your fault. That's your suffering. So even someone as great as Bhishma failed to judge what is right at that moment. Right? So it's not an easy answer. So what you should do is, you should always connect to someone. He should have actually what done is, he should have at that time consulted Krishna, क्या करना है? नहीं समझ में आ रहा तो किसी बड़े से पूछो ना, क्या करना है? He will tell you. Right? Anything, na? You are sick, so you don't know what to do, you ask a doctor. You do not try and make your own judgment. Sir, what do I do? What should I eat? What should I not? Another example, opposite example I'll give you, of Bhishma. And from Ramayana, there was a vulture. Vulture life is what? Eating insects, dead bodies. Nothing great. Compared to the resume of Bhishma, vulture का resume क्या है? कीड़े मकोड़े, dead animals. He is grown old doing this only. Nothing else. And then one day that vulture sees on the sky, Ravan is taking Sita. it flies, it fights. उसका नाम जटायु, right? At that one moment, it was able to decide what is right, and it fights. He could not win. Ravan chops off his wings, but he tried his best. He falls down. And where does he die? In the arms of Ram. Where does Bhishma die? In the bed of arrows. For only one mistake, doing that mistake of what is right, and this vulture for only one right decision to understand what is right. That made the whole difference. All his good things were zero, Bhishma's. And all his Kida Mokoda Khane wala became nullified by only one good act, because he could decide what is right. So this will always be a question. So always decide, follow virtues, and that is why earlier society had norms which people used to follow. Usme, I'm not telling it was flawless, but 80%, 90% you were always right if you follow. Now what we have done is we have destroyed that. नहीं सुनेगा, पुराने जमाने के सिद्धांत है, नियम है, बकवास है, ये है करके हमने सब उठा के फेंक दिया. It's something like you are driving on the road, na? So you drive on the road on the left. That doesn't mean accident nahi hoga. You still have to be cautious. But it is, chances are, if you drive on the right के मुकाबले driving on the left में आपका chances कम है accident का. 99% you will drive safe. Maybe you drive on the right also, may nothing happen. That's a different issue. But percentage wise, if you follow the traffic rules, 99% you will not meet with an accident. Despite having following traffic light, there could be an accident. वो अलग बात है. Most of it, law of average के हिसाब से. So we should have followed those customs and traditions which our ancestors did. That one incident will be हो गया. Like even if you're driving on the left and there's an accident, now you come back. And no point driving on the left, yaar. I drove, I've still got an accident, my leg is fractured. Now I'll never drive on the left. And we broke that rule. That is what we did to our customs and traditions. We'll find one flaw, one result. अरे ये बकवास है सारा, देखो उसके साथ क्या हुआ, क्या फायदा है इसका, बड़ा पुराने जमाने का सब. And we broke it. And now we see what we are doing.
Sir, talking to you, I've understand that how rooted you are to your culture, to your religions. And sir, being a student of Shri Prakash, we have also been taught to always be connected to our roots, to our cultures. So sir, how do you think that your culture, your connection with your religions have helped you perform your duties for the nation?
It's not my culture, it is your culture. It is Bharat's culture. It is Bharat's culture and it is the cosmic law. And you have to understand it and you have to follow it. That's no other way. It's okay. People of my generation were slightly tried. Tod do. But now you've seen, na? Yes. If you see someone doing that mistake and suffering, so what is wisdom? You learn by somebody else's mistake. Well, our previous generation have done this mistake. Look what they've come to. We will not do this. We will correct this. Reverse this.
Do the right.
Because now you've seen the consequences. Why should you go through the same thing? Right? Someone has been smoking, now he's suffering from cancer. What do you want to do? I'll also try. Let me see whether I suffer from cancer. You will not do that. Nah, you've seen cancer now. So what is wisdom? Wise men learn from others' mistakes. So your generation should be wise enough to understand the mistakes that my generation has done. And stop it. You must have a discussion in your generation on this. The mistakes that this generation has done. Good things they've done, let us take it. Bad things they've done, let us understand. And the greatest mistake is we are moving away from our culture, civilization, roots. We did that. We are creating divisions based on your faith, based on the way you pray, based on language, based on race, based on whatever things. वो इतना तो मर गया ना. भाई, my God is the only God के चक्कर में in this world we have lost about more than 1 billion lives. Tell your generation कितना करेगा भाई? For the past 1,000 years, by doing this, we've lost 1 billion lives. Straight killed. Baki pain, misery, chodo. If one killed means how many families destroyed, na? Baki destruction of temples and destruction of towns, cities. I'm not counting that. Just killed. Straight, one-to-one killing. That your God is different, my God is different. Either you accept or I'll kill you. Abhi, your generation need to talk amongst yourself. These guys are not only my generation. मेरे पहले से चल रहा है ना, ये तो 1000 साल से चल रहा है ना. They've tried for 1000 years, यार. अभी कब तक चलेगा यार? We need to tell your generation, आपस में बैठ के let's stop this. Finished. नहीं करना ये. समाप्त करो. पर्यावरण. Environment. यार, what have they done, यार? Let's stop this. They have made all our rivers so dirty. We've made our air so dirty. Sea so dirty. We're destroying mountains, destroying trees. नहीं चाहिए growth, भाई. If growth cannot come without destroying environment. Don't want. We will live in small houses. We don't need big. But let's not destroy it. So the mistakes that this generation and our previous generation have done, your generation need to sit, talk, discuss. Let's stop this. इसके आगे नहीं करना है. That is what is very important.
So when we have come to the point of our generation, the youth of today, looking ahead, what is your dream for India's future? And how do you think that today's youth can serve the country without wearing the uniform?
Army is just one of those things. Everybody is important. I don't say the military is superior. I told you, no job is big, small. I'm not telling. I also don't take this division of Fauji, civilian. No. I tell my Fauji colleagues, I will not buy this. We are superior, they are not. No. I respect everyone. Everybody has got a role to play. Right? In this cosmos, everybody, every atom, every molecule has got a role to play. There's no division, no debate. The sun and the moon, are they debating? Who's big, who's small? Tera role kya hai, mera role kya hai? They're simply doing, everybody is doing their role. So, it is not that way. Everybody has to do their role. And I'll take thing one from me. What should be your aim? Understand one thing. No new, कोई research नहीं करना है. I'll give you one knowledge. For a moment, let us scrap all the knowledge that mankind has accumulated. For a moment. होता है ना? When you're making a sketch and छोटा सा mistake होने से you rub it off. But when you see कि पूरा ही गलत हो गया है, then you say कि scrap it off. We'll start from fresh. So let us scrap all the knowledge that mankind has developed. Okay? Let us go back from where we started. We were in the caves. Caves से निकले बाहर आए. Now, every mankind को छोड़ के बाकी सब तो वही है. The lion is living the same way it was living 10 lakh years ago. The fish is living the same way, the trees are living the same way. So we've moved ahead, but they are there only, na? So let us look at them. Every life form in this entire planet, if you look at the purpose of its existence, there's only one purpose: to survive as a species. That's why the tree is giving fruit. Fruit के अंदर seed रहता है. वो गिरता है, जाता है, फिर नया बनता होता है. Right? Every life form का एक ही purpose है. Survive as a species. Species underline करो. Not your survival. My survival. Species. So, to do this, now leave others for simplicity of understanding and come to an animal kingdom to which we belong. You will see they do only 4 things. Everyone. They're all, first of all, you look, forest में जाके देखो, कहीं भी देखो. They will start looking for food. Because first you need to survive. Only the next species आएगा. So the bird will start hunting for food, the lion will start hunting, the deer will start hunting. Everybody start. So for survival as a species, first is food. Purity of food. The next is that all of them reproduce. Take everybody. The third is some do, some do not do. Either they will make a shelter or create a shelter. Sorry, either they will find a shelter or make a shelter. Right? बना बनाया कोई होगा उसमें घुस जाएगा or they will make a घोंसला. The fourth is when your survival is threatened, you act. It may or may not. I'm only telling act. Now I'll clarify when to fight and when not to fight. I'll clarify. Right? So these are the 4 things, pillars. That is this. The reason remains the same. What mankind should have done is, he should have used his knowledge to strengthen these 4 things. To some extent we did. So from hunter-gatherer we became agriculture. The food ka thoda sa. Similarly, from caves to these kind of buildings. But it is questionable whether we are doing this at the cost of environment or not. Again, agriculture is questionable, whether when we're putting that pesticide, insecticide, whether we are doing it right or not. But ठीक है, and we're not getting into that debate, it will become long. But ठीक है, we use these things. And reproduction. But the fourth thing, I do not know why some of us have taught that we should not fight, we should not act. Even if somebody is threatening your survival, we'll keep it. नहीं, हम क्या कर सकते हैं? I'll tell you when to fight, when not to fight. The nature is an answer. Suppose on a tree there are 100 birds, right? 100 birds. They may be big birds, vultures. You go and do like this, they'll all run. They'll all fly off. They're not cowards. That is cosmic intelligence. Why should they fight? Otherwise, 100, 200 birds, if they get together and jump and pounce at you, you will have to run.
Yes.
But still they will not do that. They'll simply run. They'll all fly off from that tree. It is common sense. Now, the same bird, small one, single bird, in its nest, there are eggs. And there's a cobra coming.
Yes.
Now it will fight. She's alone. She's small, but it will fight. So you understand when to fight. But in both the cases, they have acted. Acted to escape the threat. So it doesn't make any sense to fight. पेड़ पे ही तो बैठा है. This tree need that. अगला tree मिल जाएगा. What is there in this tree? Right? What is there in this tree? And you can fly off. So okay, because it can fly off faster than you. That's why it's doing. But now it has got the next species in that nest. It's not even born, but it will fight. That small birdling will fight. Same we must understand. This last one we are actually confusing in our country. No fighting. I'm telling, suppose that bird on the tree is threatened by a bigger bird. Right? And they know that even if we fly, this bird is faster.
Yes.
It will come. Then those 100 birds will get together and fight. Because now they cannot escape. But man on the ground, they know that he cannot catch us if we fly. So if we can escape, fine. And on that tree, there is nothing. Na uska koi zameen, jaydad, bacche, makan, kuch nahi hai na. Leave it. So if you are in a forest and if you see a lion coming, run. If you know that you can run faster than the lion. Or you are in a vehicle. You are in a vehicle, you are in a car and suddenly lion is coming. You know your car, your jeep can run faster. Run. I'm not telling take panga there, so bravery. No. But you are at your home. You are at your shop. Somebody is telling that I'll destroy it. Now you can't fight. You can't run.
Yes.
This you need to fight. Understood? Yes. So the basic purpose why I'm telling you is remember this. You are here to create a better world for the oncoming species. And to give birth to that species. I'm very, very disappointed, aghast and pained when a lot of girls of today say that we will not get married, we will not bear children. And why are you here? That's the cosmic reason you are existing. ये पागलपन तो बाकी किसी जीव को नहीं है. They all understand. हमारे में पता नहीं. Some say we will not give birth to children. हमें बच्चे नहीं पैदा करना. अरे, why are you here? I me myself. उसके लिए तो आता ही नहीं ना. It is to come, create a better world for the incoming generation. Do your part, go. They will do the same thing, create a better world for the incoming generation. Do your part, go. That is why we are here. और कोई यहाँ पर great कुछ करने नहीं आया हम. समझ गया नहीं? She know to tell this thing that नहीं, I don't believe in नहीं. अरे क्या बात है यार? And if you do not want this, then why have we Why have we come out of those? When we are also like animals, we must be living in forest, na?
Yes.
So if we do not like these customs and traditions, then let us go back to living in forest, na? There is no custom, no tradition, no marriage. You can be with morning with someone, evening with someone else, next day with someone else. Like the animals are there. The lion can be mating with some lioness to morning, another lioness in the evening. It's absolutely right. So humans also must be doing the same thing. So you want to say that we live in a progressive society, but you want to live like an animal there. You say that we want to keep wearing smaller clothes, then go back living like the animals. They don't have any clothes only. Once upon a time, mankind must be living in jungles. Then they thought that probably coming out of it, forming a society and a community is a better way of living. So we formed societies and communities and we progressed, continue to build those societies and communities. And now we won't say that we don't want the social rules, we don't want the community rules, we want to be independent. तो फिर जंगल में चले जाओ, जहाँ मर्जी सो जाओ, जिस पेड़ के नीचे सो जाओ, कहीं पर भी defecate करो, कहीं भी urinate करो, no laws, you are absolutely free. मैं चाहे ये करूँ, मैं चाहे वो करूँ, मेरी मर्जी. वो करना है तो वहाँ चले जाना. समाज में रहोगे तो यार, understanding that point?
Yes, sir.
So this thing is not that I will not do this, I will not do this. मेरी मर्जी, I will not produce children. Hari?
So thank you so much. We learned so much from you, and I'm sure all the youths out there, they are definitely gonna learn so much from you. Sir, as we conclude, we did love to hear your thoughts on our Independence Day celebration and your experience in Shri Prakash Vidyaniketan.
It was an Indian honor and a pleasure. I'm so grateful. Vasu ji ne mujhe bulaya, and the town of Visakhapatnam is very good. And more than the town, the people here are very, very good. It was wonderful. And you guys are very good, simple people, and keep it that way. But with the caution, the simplicity doesn't mean. At times होता है ऐसा कि simplicity, that's the biggest dilemma actually. Simplicity का मतलब हम ये समझ लेते हैं that अधर्म जब आएगा तो हम लड़ेंगे नहीं. We are nice, peace-loving people. That's the biggest mistake. There's one extreme which always wants to fight. Then another extreme which I will never wants to fight. Life is always about the right path in between. Please understand. That is the mistake we do. Life is always about the right path in between. Historically, mistake what we do is, because the boat of time is huge, we cannot see the other end. In a boat, if you're standing here, you can see the boat is ending up to there. Whatever, itna lamba boat hai to. But the boat of time is very long. We can't see the other end. So what happens is that if the boat is tilting like this, we'll run towards the other side. Then everybody will keep running, then it will tilt like this. The answer is to stop in between. So there must have been times, a lot of violence, nahi yaar, it's all bad. Let's not have violence only, then we'll run towards absolute peace. फिर peace में देखेंगे कि यार, we were peaceful, people have taken advantage, no, we must fight. Then we'll go running to the other side, we'll only fight. The life is all about dharma. मैंने कहा ना, पता होना चाहिए बीच में कहाँ लड़ना है, कहाँ नहीं लड़ना है.
Yes.
Right? That is what Krishna told in Gita. When on the first day of Mahabharata, Arjun was telling, I don't want to fight. Krishna told, come on, क्या करता है? He said, no, I want peace. You go to fight. सामने पाप है, सामने अधर्म है. लड़ना है. So that decision, as you told rightly, that question, what is right, what is wrong, is a very delicate one. So either evolve or hook on to a person who knows the answer. That's very important.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Family? No. Sir, could you tell us about how your family helped you? As you said that families should be one of the part of your life and you should give importance to them. So, sir, how do you think your family helped you in your tough times and how they helped you evolve so much and come here as you're sitting? So you're probably be grateful for your family members as well. So how does your family play a role?
As you must have seen my Gillette ad, so it was, my father was one of the most instrumental factors and guiding me what is right. And he was also like, you always want to live up to the expectations of your fathers. My father always had great expectation. On the other side, my mother had no expectation. My mother always felt कि जैसा है ये दुनिया का best है. मतलब total opposite. So if I get, even if I get very, very good marks, my father will say, probably lucky होगा वो, जो पढ़ा होगा वही आ गया. Right? You must be lucky. And even if I get very less marks, the mother will say, teacher must have done wrong marking. So they are both opposites. They both played that part. One was very tough, one was very soft. So that balanced it out. It's very important to have both parts in your life, two people. So it balanced it out then, and then then I got married, and then I had a wife who was who loved me, but at the same time she always kept telling me that this is not right. So that part was very helpful. And then I had two daughters. So and I had two sisters. So I'm more of a ladies' man because I don't have brothers. Whole life I'm dealing with ladies only. Except for my father, I've got no men in my life. So my mother, my two sisters, then my wife and two daughters. So that is what it is. With all that love and affection, we grew up. And I learned a lot from them. A lot of things which I tell you today is something that I had to think, what should I tell my daughters? So I always used to think कि इनको क्या बोलना. शुरू में नहीं, earlier no. It's only about the past 10 years or something I thought कि when I left the army. That's the reason I left the army. मैंने कहा कि यार there are things in the world which has to be told. So I am coming out. So वो starting वहाँ से हुआ था कि I thought I should tell my daughters something, about prepare them for life and all those things. So whatever, because I wanted to tell them a few things, I used to think, what should I tell them? So I prepared those things internally. And that is what also now I am coming and sharing with you. Yes. Right? So what I told my daughters is what I am telling you. So that is why my daughters have contributed. That has been their contribution. So it continues, and that is what it is. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. That means a lot. Sir, as you said, you had two daughters.
Yes.
Sir, we all know that being an officer in army takes a lot of you and too much of your strength, your mental presence, your physically presence. Sir, how did you manage to be with your kids at the same time when you were dealing with the army, standing for the nation? How did your kids find that presence of yours?
It's not about, again, it's about the realization that your father is doing right.
Yes.
So, father, mother, anyone. You could be here somebody could be here in Visakhapatnam or any city with parents, but he or she knows that my father is right now not with me because he is in a bar drinking. Right? That is one part. Even though he comes daily, after drinking, wasting 2 hours, he will come, spend half an hour with the kids. Now a soldier is on the borders, he is not even coming. But the child knows that what my father is doing is right. And this child, even though the father is coming daily, spending half an hour, 1 hour, but he knows that the 2 hours that my father was doing was wrong. So this 2 hours when he is not with his children will hurt the children more. That was my time. He spent in the bar. But the children of a soldier, it knows it was not my time. The time belonged to the nation. My father is right. Even though I have not seen him for 6 months, he's still far more proud of his father than the child here whose father is giving daily 1 hour. So that is how it works out. It's not about how much time you spend. It's about, is my father, is my mother doing the right thing? Even mothers can be in army, not only army, any field. She could be a doctor serving, Corona ho gaya tha, the doctor was not coming back home only.
Yes, sir.
So the child must be at home.
Yes.
But the child is very proud of her father or mother, whoever is there. Okay, I'm not seeing my mother for 1 month. She's not coming to me because she wants me safe. Because she is working with Corona. But the child then it is not that the child will feel deprived of parenthood. It knows my mother is doing a very, very noble task. And it would always be pride. That pride will guide her, help her become a better person. That's what it is. So tomorrow you will become parents. It's very important that what you do is something that your child should not be ashamed of, whether you are there with them or not.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Then when you're busy watching TV, watching mobile and not giving time, then it's a problem. But if we are doing very good, noble task for the society, nation, it's okay. No problem.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
It was an incredible conversation. Listening to Sir's words was truly eye-opening, and I hope that it has inspired you all as well too. We hope this interview not just gave you insight into army life, but it also gave you a fresh perspective towards leadership, commitment, and courage. Thank you.